All right, it's January 15th. I don't know, it's been getting down. It's cold out. I had the wood stove on again tonight, but it's probably down in the 20, something like that. It's kind of chilly. Uh, got some work done on the tractor. Had the wood stove going, and got some work done on the 820. I got my hydraulic hose hooked up. I got that one there. That's a 22-inch, half-inch hose, the JIC ends on both ends. And I've got a 24-inch one that goes up to the valve here. Right up there. And I got this 3/8 one on my controlled flow for the power steering, but that's just going to be temporary because I have to make a 180-degree turn out of the bottom of that, come back up along there. So I may put some hydraulic tubing on, I don't know. I just got that hose on temporary in case it starts leaking. Got my valve in, got my steering column all bolted in and painted, and I got a steering wheel. I got a brand new steering wheel. Now, it's not the best quality. It come from A&I Products, which is it's a John Deere bottom. I don't know. They're not. It's a lot of your aftermarket parts come from A&I. The center it come out of the old steering wheel, but it fits. I'm still missing the nut, but that steering wheel fits on the column, and it looks quite nice actually. Got a little height. You can actually get your foot between the seat and the steering wheel. I've been working on my bracket to mount the cylinder this morning or this afternoon. Yeah, I took the bracket off. And I needed to drill a hole for the ball joint, which is a tapered hole. And the ream I had, this is what they call a Morse taper. Yeah, and I don't know, they're numbered. I'm not a machinist, but they are numbered. And this slides up in the drill press like this. Well, that taper locks it in there just like that. Well, my ream had the next size bigger. You know, I found out that it does fit in the chuck of the Atlas lathe. And like again, I'm no machinist, but a buddy of mine gave me these. This Atlas, I don't know, they say it's a 12-inch lathe, and this one here is a South Bend. It's got a 3-jaw chuck. This one's got a 4-jaw chuck. Anyhow, the reamer fits in the chuck, and he gave me all this stuff, and I don't know if anybody's ever watched a channel called Tubal Cane, Mr. Pete 222. He does a lot with these little lathes. And he explained what this was, and I said, hey, I got one of them. But this is a milling attachment for an Atlas lathe. And that's just what it is. There's supposed to be a wheel up here like that. And that's broken. But doesn't matter. I locked it down anyhow with this screw so that it didn't move. And I run this thing in here. Let me set that wheel off there. That's locked down. The crosshead's locked down. And yeah. Run that up on there. Now mind you, you got to go slow and you have to use cutting oil. which is what's all over it. It's got a lot of play in it. But that's the only way I knew how to get a tapered hole. That's my mount for my cylinder. Now, this is my ball joint. It come the other day too. It fits in there just like that. So now I have to find a nut to fit this, and this is 7/8, 18 threads per inch. But that taper fits perfect. I'm happy with that. I'm really happy. And then this, too bad there's a tractor in my machine shop. This fits in here perfectly there. And I don't know if I said it, but that fits. This drag length that was along here before did not have removable ends. When they went bad, you put the whole new piece in. This, I believe, is for it fit multiple tractors, but it fit a 4020 and 4320s and 300 industrials and stuff like that. So it's a standard John Deere part. I got it from A&I, and I think the part number for it is AR27351. But that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to thread this onto my rod. I have to make a nut for that. My cylinder will go here, my mount goes here, and I'll have another one of these that'll fit right into the back of that. So it'll be all right up here along the oil pan. Yeah. Back over here at the bench. This is my cylinder I'm using. I'm gonna have to chuck this in the lathe and cut this bottom off. I just cut that weld out in the lathe. Turn me another piece and thread that into it to mount. I did find a tap. Yeah, come on. It's 7/8, 18, which is the same thread. Yeah, apparently that's an automotive thing. The other thing I did tonight is I machined this recess in this piston so that somewhere here that my nut sits down in there and I can get a full nut on it. It had a half nut before, and I'm afraid that wasn't enough, so I got a full nut for that. So anyhow, that's a little update on what's been going on. That sits down in there like that. That piston was flat on the bottom before, so anyhow, that's why it's handy to have a couple little lathes around. They're yeah, that's my piston. So okay, that's enough for tonight. Thanks for watching, and we'll try to get this thing together and get her going.